morning, Flory Models, carrying on with our Bandai Star Wars series. Next up we're going to be looking at the TIE Fighter. Okay, so this is the 1/72nd TIE Fighter. It's known as the Advanced TIE Fighter, or Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, shall we say, things like that. Okay, so looking around on the box, as you can see, beautiful box art on the front, but also we've got this great stuff down here showing all the figures. So we've got a Darth Vader seated and sitting for the actual cockpit, all the cockpit details, all the parts down there, the very famous trench run, okay, and then the actual kit itself there. So we've got the kit number of 0191407. Okay, and there's a little bit more with it sitting on its stand as well, which is absolutely fantastic, and the beautiful details you're going to get in the kit as well. And then just round to the back side again. So as you can see, absolutely fantastic box art on these ones. These are absolutely fantastic. So just opening it up in the box itself, as you can see, slightly different to the TIE Fighter. If you just watched the TIE Fighter review, you can see this one's a little bit different how it's laid out. So first of all, we'll start with the instructions as always. So as you can see, nice old artwork on the front, and then being the Japanese way, as we said about before, it starts sort of back to front. So as you can see, part one, same as the actual TIE Fighter itself, we've got the cockpit details going in, putting the ball turret system in is basically just the same way and right the way up, and it's all going to roughly go together just the same as the other TIE Fighter did. So nothing really different on that one. As we know, it's really just the wing section that is a little bit upgraded and the fairing behind the actual ball turret itself. So there it is, that's the actual fairing going onto the back of the ball turret, which really drastically changes the appearance from the above angle of the actual TIE Fighter. Okay, as you can see, it's just two sections, a couple of areas. Again, just like the other ones, when you see these little click marks, okay, the two little dits, it means it has to click. Make sure it clicks. If it doesn't, either you got the wrong part or there's a problem, all right? It should click. When it clicks, that's it. It's all locked together and you'll get rid of all the seam lines and things like that, working our way through. So as you can see, those go on, and then slightly different to the TIE Fighter, the way these go in, the actual foils on the outside are all going in. Okay, they're sort of pre-done. The other ones were sort of black, and then the grey bits you put on afterwards. These are all done in one. Onto the back side, as we can see, same as the other one again, you've got the stand system going in, all right, which has got a different base, which is a nice touch, and then you're going to put the lasers and cannons on, and then you've got the option, obviously, with the in-flight stand being seated onto it or not. Okay, same thing again, so you've got your parts tree, and then finally back over here you've got all the call outs, as we said before, for the decals, or you could use stickers if you want to. That's the fantastic thing with these, with all the placement areas. So as we can see, straight off the bat, we'll go into this bag here. As you can see, it's a little bit different to the TIE Fighter we were just looking at, because this guy has actually got, no it's not, is it? Is it? I don't know actually, hold on. Let me just work this one out. This is, again, how good is this? This is amazing. It's in here and it's clamped together. It's actually pinned together to give you this look, all right? That actually stops all the clear parts being scratched, because they're a separate bag. They're not running around the bag and floating around. They're all interlocked together. So I thought they were one piece. Actually, if we give it a nudge, I'm hoping, if we give this a nudge, it may pop out, or is it actually going to fix in here? I'm not sure if these are, yeah, no, it's going to come out. This is absolutely incredible, and this is what I love about Bandai, okay? It's just these little bit of thought that goes in. Now if I could get these just to detach, there we go. So that's the clear parts actually off, and we'll look at those first. Again, I think we'll have both options. This is the glazed one. You can do with the glazed one, or you can do it unglazed. Obviously unglazed is more to the film, okay? Now these guys down here, I'm thinking, or sort of thinking, is they've molded it extremely cleverly in one. I'm just wondering if it's going to come apart from itself, or it's actually directly molded on top. Yeah, look, I don't want to play with it too much because I'd like to get to this one, but I imagine this is actually molded in two, so you should be able to get the inside away from the outside, if that makes sense. So I'm just wondering if it is or not. It's just extremely cleverly molded. And obviously I don't want to force anything and break anything just for the sake of doing it on a review. But I'm wondering if this section will physically pop off, because these are separate sprues, as you can see down here. I imagine they would, because obviously you need to tidy up these little black bits down in here. I'm just wondering if it's physically going to pop off. I can't feel any movement between the top and bottom, so maybe they're actually injected in there on a separate level but are joined in this part here. So I'm not going to force it, but I imagine you could get the black ones to push physically out from in here. It's just that I don't want to, as I say, being a bit more time and perseverance, and then that way obviously you could spray it as a separate, or as I said, you could just leave them in here like this because you're not that far off. Masking it wouldn't be a problem if you did want to paint it and weather it and all the rest of it, because they're nice big square areas. I would just do it all black, mask it off, and then do the grey afterwards, or you could just do the grey. Okay, do spray it all grey and then mask it off for the black, whichever way around you really wanted to do it. But as I say, very nice touch, very cleverly injected into that one. So into the bag itself. Okay, so we spoke about it before. You get decals or stickers. They are both very good. I prefer the decals obviously over the stickers. I found the stickers, as we said about in the last review, just to be a little bit flat, you know, but apart from that, no problem. Again, beautiful detail on all of these. As you can probably see it, hopefully on the close-ups, things like that, and just generally looking around it, you can see that level of detail. Fantastic. You know, obviously these are one-to-one, as in detail, replicas of the real thing. They've been meticulous in their research and the way that they're done, and there is no problems with these kits at all. They are fantastic. So very nicely done. So I said ball turret system here. This is the advanced area around the back, okay, giving it the longer range and everything else like that. Beautifully done. Okay, and then we got this one down here. So we said about here, clear parts. Okay, so obviously you can have it with the clear, or you can use these, and then you've got the top one over here, which is this one here. Okay, so it's your personal choice which way you want to do it, and all the little bits and pieces and all the chunks and lumps, absolutely fantastic. All of those really, really nice. No fault in this kit at all. It is absolutely stunning. Okay, into the last bag. So down here we've got stand. So this is your stand. It's different to the TIE Fighter one, so they are all going to be in series and everything else like that, which is quite a nice touch. Again, exactly the same type of thing. You've got the box if you want to cover it off and just have it as its own sort of display. The stand itself is very strong, very lockable, and everything else like that. And this is just the tab for joining them all together, so that's very nice. We've got our Darth Vader figure, so again, seated or standing with those, beautifully done, no problem. Again, you know, just the texture on his cloak is absolutely fantastic. No problem with those at all. And again, in this sort of rubberized stuff, we've actually got the laser bolts themselves. Okay, again, very nice touch. I don't know if they work, but actually when you see them on the box, with the box art, and it shows them on the stand with them on, I think it works quite well. So there we go, that is the TIE Fighter. I'd like to play a little bit with the wing system to see if I can get them apart for painting them separately, because I prefer it to be like the TIE Fighter, where I can paint, weather, dry brush and all those things, and then put it together afterwards. I think it'll just make it a bit easier. If it doesn't, it's not a problem, because it's quite a straightforward masking job. Again, another fantastic kit from Bandai.